Hello, everyone. This is Carlos Banks with Pleasant Holidays and Journeys. Well, welcome. Today, we're going to learn about our different brands and Pleasant Holiday Journeys and the like, and go over our destinations and even our policies and the like. And you're going to be pleasantly surprised what you learn today. Pleasant Holidays is 4 different companies. Pleasant Holidays is our meat and potatoes. And we're the biggest company in the world to Hawaii and the biggest company in the world to French Polynesia and Tahiti. In addition, Journeys is our luxury brand. We have private homes and villas and also 4- and 5-star properties. So both brands carry the Four Seasons and the Ritz-Carltons and the like, but Journeys also does it with a nicer touch in the sense of, again, getting those private homes and villas. Journeys can do all the transfer by private car with Journeys. With Pleasant, you can upgrade to a private car. Oh, excuse me. With Journeys, you can get a private guide, a private guide to see the Louvre in Paris or a private cooking class in Tuscany. With Pleasant, generally speaking, but we have some new things happening, we don't have the private guides. We are adding some, so you'll see that part of our presentation too. But the best part is once you're logged in with Pleasant, the login is exactly the same as Journeys. So you don't have to create a new login to get into Journeys. Pleasantagent.com and Journeys is journeys.com. Notice the spelling of Journeys. And then we also have Air by Pleasant, we're leading consolidator. Great for first, business, and last minute coach, especially. As an example, I went to India a couple years ago. The going rate in business class was $5,800. I was able to buy it for $3,100. Did I charge myself? No. But as a travel agent, you can put a fee on there. Let's say charge $4,000, made $900 profit and saved your clients almost $2,000. So that's a great thing. We work with over 80 airlines, over 1,000 destinations around the world. Even places we don't go to like Africa or deep into South America or other countries or whatever. Again, we can get you to almost any place. That's a separate sign-in. And again, no hotels there. Another one that has no hotels are Pleasant Activities. Those are usually 10% commission. And we have a plethora of activities by itself. In fact, in Hawaii, we have over 1,000 activities to choose from. And we're a member of ASTA, but most importantly, we're a member of USTOA. So in this day and age, when you're booking with companies, make sure they're solvent, make sure they're going to be around tomorrow. I know a lot of people might have gotten burnt right now, but if something ever happened to us, which it won't, then your funds are clients' funds are protected. Very unique with us too. We won during this pandemic period. In December, we won the award, voted on back in October and November. The FIT tour operator providing the best travel advisor support. Very important. So again, when the chips were down this last year, we were the ones who came through the best. We've also been named for 15 consecutive years best tour operator to Hawaii. In Travel Weekly, 17 consecutive years we had that award. We also won the editor's pick also for the best to the South Pacific and the best to Mexico. In Travel Weekly, we're also nominated for best to Mexico, best to luxury, best, that was for Journeys, best to the Caribbean, best to the South Pacific, and best in travel support. We want to support those who have been helping us out. So we've always had a thing for military, police, and fire, active duty. And we've now extended it to paramedics and doctors and nurses. So we will give a 10% discount, just like a Sandals and Beaches or some others, a cruise line or whatever, they will give you a discount, but then they lower your commission. We also, unfortunately, we have to lower our commission to 10%. And unlike the other companies, they just take it out of their bottom line. We don't own anything like that. So we take out of our back pocket any losses. And but we don't mind losing money for those who take care of us. I believe we're the only FIT company that does this for military and the like. And in fact, nobody that I know does it for paramedics and doctors and nurses. With us, when you call it in, you don't lose a dime of commission. Now that's always been our policy. There's only 2 or 3 of us that still do this. This might be changing with the new contracts with Ensemble. I don't know. So be aware that this there might be they might be start dinging once everything's all settled. So we're just warning everybody now. I don't know what any of the policies are like for any consortia, but that's one of the things that they're talking about. We're very unique in that we can sell all of Southwest Airlines. Most companies cannot sell Southwest at all, or if they do, it's very limited. Outside of Southwest Vacations, again, we're the only ones who can do this. For the United States and Canada, it wasn't due to the pandemic. We've had this for about 5 or 6 years now. You can make changes, and there's never a change or a cancellation fee for any of our land packages in the continental United States and Canada. Remember, Hawaii is not in the continental United States. So so this way your clients can travel and know that we won't ding them. Now, the supplier of the hotel might have a cancellation charge if you cancel the day of, but we won't. In addition, for all our destinations worldwide, any bookings made by March 31st of this year, there is no change fees. So they make a booking now and then travel in December, and then they decide in December, oh no, I want to change it to January. We will not charge a change fee.
Ms. Smith to Ms. Jackson's office.
Okay. Now, if anybody wants to speak, go ahead and do that and have any questions. But at the same time, if you're not, don't speak, please put yourself on mute. Otherwise, I will mute you. We pay 15% to all our destinations. And that includes Vegas and the like. Some of the other tour operators are capping at 10 or 13% commission for domestic USA. We are not. Under normal conditions, we have real documents and there's no charge for that with really nice items. For example, I don't know where you guys are from, but if there is a parking spot at your airport, like Atlanta, Orlando, Chicago, Philadelphia, Baltimore, there's 40 locations around the United States. We offer a 25% discount at the airport. It's called the parking spot. It's a yellow bus with black dots on it. So that's in our documents and the like. But unfortunately, our office has been closed down since March of last year. And so we are not able to ship things out. But just in case things open up again, make sure you always put down your address where you want the document sent to, in case we come back to real documents again. And if you're calling it in, make sure you advise them, hey, I need you to send the documents to your address. We carry all the brands that others don't carry. So several tour operators cannot carry Sandals and Beaches and Excellence and Playa and Palace and the like. We carry all the brands. In fact, we're the biggest company in the world for Sandals and Beaches. We carry the Charisma, the Couples, and whatever, all the AM resorts. In Vegas, we carry all the MGMs. Many can't carry that. And in Hawaii, we're only 1 or 2 companies that can carry the 4 seasons. We will meet or beat anybody's price. And when I say anybody's price, I mean anybody. So Costco, Expedia, whatever you want to throw at us, we will meet or beat. So all you do is make a quote or a booking with names on it, and make sure then you take a screenshot. Make sure it's a full screenshot with the date and the time at the bottom, and send it to respricematch@pleasant.net. That's RES pricematch at pleasant.net. And within 2 hours, usually we will, don't forget the quote number, the booking number that you created also. Usually within 2 hours, we will price match it. We might have to lower your commission, but I like to say 10% of something is better than nothing. In 2019, we were able to price match over 97% of the times, and over 65% of the times, we were able to keep your full commission. I would say the times you get dinged mostly is Costco and Expedia. We reward you anytime you sell Pleasant or Journeys. You get trip points that have no blackout dates. They do expire. You can use them for anything for Pleasant or Journeys, regardless of where you earn the points from. And they're combined. All your sales for both Pleasant and Journeys are thrown into one kitty. They do expire after about 2 years, and you have to redeem them before they expire. You don't have to travel before they expire. In 2019, for Florida travel agents alone, I gave out over $1 million worth of free travel. I want to make sure that you're in there. Now, here's one of the things I'm really proud about. You guys probably heard horror stories about, oh my gosh, the insurance didn't cover this or the insurance didn't cover that during the pandemic. Guess how many complaints we had? 0. We have 2 land package programs, one cash back, of course that would be more expensive, and one future travel credit. Both plans outside of what you're going to get back are virtually the same. In fact, they are exactly the same. In addition, if your clients buy this package and they have paid in full and they cancel, you get 100% of your commission protected. Other tour operators are giving you $100 per room or $200 per room or whatever. We are giving you 100% commission. In addition, I mean, it's incredible. Now our rules and regulations, got to be a little tough. No, we aren't. Generally speaking, they have to be purchased at time of booking. So deposit time is when you buy your insurance. Everything is covered, even pandemics. Last Faraday, I lost another hair. I'm going balder. Now I can't go to Cancun. Well, that's a covered reason. The dog ate my passport. That's a covered reason. But a true one that I get more often than not, believe it or not, is I got to the airport. Let's say, Faraday, you're up in Jacksonville area. So if you go down to the Orlando airport to catch that nonstop flight to Jamaica, oops, I left my passport at home. I can still cancel and get 100% back. Everybody else requires you to cancel 24, 48, or even 72 hours prior to departure. Ours is up to departure time. So your clients will receive 100% back in cash or credit, depending on what they purchased. And in addition, of course, less the cost of the trip. But I'm sorry, that's not the only thing. We also cover non-refundable hotels and non-refundable airline tickets. I don't know of any other tour operator or insurance company will cover that. We do. Anything purchased through Pleasant or Journeys for our land, this is what the policy is. We allow one-time change, and we will pay all the change fees from the hotel, from the airlines, from whatever. And the best part for your clients, there's no form to fill out. They just The cancel for any reason portion of the plan. Again, just call it in. That's it. Now for yourself, make sure to get your commission, make sure you register. It's on our agent resource area, and we will we will again give you your 100% commission. But you need to register that booking was canceled to get your commission. With both Pleasant and Journeys, the form, it's a very simple form online. Continuing on down, it's only $99 right now. Future travel credit, unheard of. Trips, $20,000, $10,000 a person, $99. So regardless of the cost of the trip, it's $99 purchased by the end of March. We've had this policy since May of last year. And travel by 2022, it's only $99. You get both Part A and B. Part B for all our plans, even the cruise one, is exactly the same. That covers your loss and damage bag, your trip interruption, your emergency evacuations, your medical, and so on down the line. And in some places like Turks and Caicos and Costa Rica, they require more insurance than what is offered. We add the additional insurance at no additional cost automatically. So that's a nicety too. Now it does have some blackout dates when the prices has to go to normal pricing, and that's 4 days in February for President's Weekend, a week in April for Easter or spring break, if you want to call it that. 3 days in July, July 3rd, 4th, and 5th for the 4th of July period, and then Christmas time. Outside of those dates for 2021 and 2022, there are no other blackouts. So in other words, Christmas, Labor Day, Memorial Day, $99. Correction, not Christmas, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, Memorial Day, and Labor Day, $99. Now we do sell some cruises, but a lot of times you might be booking the cruises directly. But for us on the cruise, it's totally 100% insurance. It's not like the land. Our cancel for any reason, though, it's exactly the same in a lot of ways. It's we cover everything up to the last minute. And so if it's canceled for a covered reason as determined by TripMate, and unfortunately pandemics are not a covered reason, then the clients get 100% back. If it isn't a covered reason as determined by TripMate, then the clients get a future travel credit. But in either case, your clients will not lose a dime. The commission is different because this is done through the insurance company. If it's a covered reason, they get you get 100% of your commission if it was paid for in full. You still have to register it on our website. And if it isn't a covered reason, then you get $100 per person, up to $100 per person a commission. Another thing that's relatively new with us is we have a boutique group desk, as low as 3 rooms. 3 rooms as a group for us. That's crazy. But 3 to 3,000 rooms we will do. So if it's a small group, usually 10 rooms or less, we can do that, sell that as a FIT group. It's booked as a normal FIT. You can add the insurance and everything else, just like a normal everyday booking. And then, but make sure it's booked through the group desk, and we will give you a $25 per booking bonus at any hotel in the world if it's 4 nights or longer and there's 3 rooms. And then several hotels are offering $50. The reason it's great to book it through the group desk is after 5 rooms, especially in Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean, the hotel might be giving amenities like a free wedding or a free room nights or whatever. So by booking it through the boutique guests, we can take care of that. We also do traditional contracted groups too. And if you sell 50 room nights, we always have a bonus for you. And you can earn up to $1,000 on that with selling 200 room nights at selected hotels. our selected hotels are quite a few. As you can see in the flyers here, there's one for virtually every destination we go to. Our website has a lot of information on it, and just go in and play with it. You'll be really pleasantly surprised by what you see in here. Up in the upper right corner is a button called Agent Resource. And if you open that up, the second box down on the left side is our brochures and our flyers. Our flyers, you can customize and put your own information, and now you can even put your own agency logo in. So the Agent Resource button is up on the upper right side there under the red circle. Just remember that because I probably have to go through that one more time. But under the Traveler Support, we have listed the first item right now is the CDC requirements for the to getting back into the United States. If you click on Learn More and then click on the destination, it will give you all the hotels that have on-site testing. And if you're in the bookings, you will see a tag offering the hotels offering free on-site COVID testing, or those who are charging, and it says on-site COVID testing. We try to keep that up to date as best as possible. The hotels keep changing it on us and making one trying to do out the others. So the ones right now that say that it's that it says on-site testing and is not free, they might be free. So check it out. And that one has our most up-to-date information. Now, these pictures are out of order on our website now because I just checked that out a little while ago, but the information is the same. So under the traveler's guidelines, under destinations, if you click on Learn More, you'll get links to all the different government websites, both state, like Hawaii or Alaska or Maine, or even the different islands in the Caribbean, the different countries. Also in Mexico, they have one for the Cancun area and one for the Cabo area. So it gives you the most up-to-date information because it's done by the governments themselves. Underneath that one, again, the pictures might be out of order right now when you go in live, but the COVID-19 testing resources. Now, if you click on that in the very first paragraph, please take a note of this, very important. There's something called GIS Corp. Click on that link and then put in your address. And for Faraday, you put it in, you'll see Jacksonville, and then it will give you all the testing facilities in a 3, 5, 10-mile radius of your location. Then there's a little bunch of little yellow dots and blue dots and the like. Put your cursor over them, and then you will see all the what type of testing they do, the doctor's notes required, if it's about appointments and all sorts of things for testing. So this is a godsend for those who try to find a testing facility. And remember, if you request a test, it didn't come back in time, and you had our protection plan, it's covered. And again, also below is our travel protection plans, both land and cruise. On the main line, back on when you're in the reservations area, you'll see the last item on the home line is called Pleasant Pro Academy. On here, under the Resource Center, we now have a new link called Social Media Kit. So you can add things to your Facebook or whatever. In addition, we also have 2 courses now. They're roughly an hour a piece. Please do not take both of them together. I'll explain why. You take course 1, you get 1,000 trip points with $75. When you take course 2, correction, when you do 3 bookings after taking course 1, you get another 1,000 points worth another $75. So that's taking the course and making 3 bookings, $150 for your own personal travel, plus the points from those 3 bookings. So you probably have close to $300 for your own personal travel. In addition, when you take course 2, then you get another 1,000 points for the taking the course and another 2,000 points for completing 3 additional bookings. That's 5,000 points or $375 plus another probably about $350 or so or $400 worth of points for making those 6 bookings. So you got about $700 to start taking your vacation to wherever you want to go to. The reason I say don't take course 1 and 2 together is if you take course 1 and 2 together, then instead of having, you have 3 months to do 6 bookings. Well, now you have 6 months to do 6 bookings. And otherwise, if you spread it out a little bit, you could literally make it that you have 1 year to do the 6 bookings and make life a lot easier and get the most points. I'm in it to help you out. We now have local BDMs all over the nation. So if you want a local BDM, you can go to your profile and do it. But at the same time, so I don't get credit for your sales anymore if you live outside of Florida. But at the same time, we have found a number of people say, no, Carlos, we want to keep you. I have a plethora of people want to do that. So on the upper right side is the agent resource button. You click on that, and this is what you're going to get. The first box is my account. First item is my profile. If you put, yes, I'm an independent contractor and you live outside of Florida, I'm no longer your BDM. I will still do everything, but the agency is based in Florida. So I'm still responsible to help taking care of the any complaints or anything, but I don't get the credit. But if you want me to get the credit, then mark it no and save it. And then I'm now your BDM again. So that's how that works. And as you notice on the next, on the last item of that is my trip points. So you can track your trip points. And right below that is the flyers and the online brochures and the printed brochures and like, and right underneath, further down is where you would find about registering your bookings to get your commission for those canceled trips that have the protection plan. Now let's run around the world very quickly. First of all, our brochures are second to none. I've had them before, but unfortunately we are closed out of office, so we are not shipping out brochures for bridal shows or anything like that right now. And in fact, Journeys is not even printing any brochures for this year because of the situation. In the USA, we've just added a plethora of hotels. So prior to the pandemic, we had 650 hotels. We are now up over 900. I understand we're about 950 hotels. So and I'm just seeing more hotels added right now every day. Just saw some in Savannah being added and like. So look us over. We also have, we also have private activities now. This is brand new for Pleasant. One unique thing about us on both Pleasant and Journeys, we have a 1-night minimum stay. And so for your people who sell cruises, when under normal conditions, you get 15% commission for any pre or post night in the continental or in the United States, even Hawaii, Canada, and Puerto Rico. And there's a number of cruise lines which we sell, but I don't know the best way of looking at that. I don't know what your commission is with the other guys or whatever, but some cruise lines might be worthwhile booking with us, even though it might be a little bit lower commission. American Queen, Victory, American Cruise Line, and Uncruise, those 4. We put all the money into a maritime escrow account, and they don't get a dime of the money until a week after your clients come home. During the pandemic, they had to refund us. And a week after they refunded us, the funds were released. So we kind of had control of the money. They couldn't touch the money at all during the pandemic until they refunded our clients. And so the reason we do this is in the past, Delta Queen and successor, American Safari, basically a lot of riverboats and coastal cruises in the United States went bankrupt. We want to make sure that you and your clients don't lose a dime when booking with us on these US riverboats and coastal cruises. Uncruise, I believe, is paying us 15% for you guys and 13% for all the other companies. Every ship on American Queen is a repoed ship, and over 50% of the ships on Uncruise are repoed. So like I said, there's been a lot of repos. So companies going out. So make sure you're protecting you and your clients. We've added a plethora of hotels near national parks around the United States because that's what people are looking for now. Another thing they're looking for is full kitchens. They just get a little scared about going to an inside dining or whatever. So we have broken it down into the Hawaii, USA, Caribbean, and Mexico. We have it under the tab called Vacation Rentals. It's the second one over, I think, from the left side on the bar and it's called Vacation Rentals. This is kind of a misnomer because it's not really renting it. It's just you're just getting it for a night or two or whatever. But these are hotels that are condos or whatever that have full kitchens in them. And so they want to do their own cooking. As an example, these are the hotels this is about 2 or 3 months old now, but you can almost do a road trip now. So those in the East Coast, like maybe go down to the Carolinas, do Charleston, Hilton Head, and Myrtle Beach, and as a road trip, and know that there's a hotel every night that I can go to that has a full kitchen in it. You can do a whole road trip in California from Lake Tahoe all the way over to Napa Valley, down to the coast to Monterey and San Bernardino, and then down to or Santa Barbara, not Santa Barbara, but Santa Barbara and San Diego, and know that every night you're going to have another place. So what else? So make sure when you get into the hotel that you select a room category that does have the kitchen. So again, some hotels might only have some of the rooms have the kitchen in them. I told you about that for Pleasant Holidays and Journeys. Well, Journeys, we always had private guides, but now we have a bunch of new activities that are private activities. I'm only listed the private activities. We've also added semi-private activities. So you start looking down the list here. In Miami, we have one that's a semi-private, and that's doing Calle Ocho. So you're getting the Cuban food, you have some Cuban coffee, learn how to roll cigars and the like, and feel like a real Cuban down there. If you got a baseball junkie, we have a walking tour of the Fenway area, and then walking into the entrance of the park and walk around the park. Again, we have these quite a few places. Of course, going to Nashville, go up to Jack Daniels and have a private tour of that too. So, and then we run over to Hawaii. In Hawaii, it's very sellable, but it's a little confusing. So don't get scared. Some people think it's totally closed. It isn't. It's just got to be a little flexible. If you're going into Kauai, even with a negative testing, you still have a quarantine or a bubble if you get a bubble hotel. In a bubble hotel, you can leave the room and you can go to the pool, but you can't get to the beach because that's now leaving the property because all beaches are public. So for 10 days, you're going to be stuck in your hotel. I don't call that a vacation. I'm sorry. But then if you want to go to the other islands, so let's say you're going to go from Atlanta over to Honolulu to connect to Maui or the Big Island. No problem. Just go in, As long as you don't leave the airport in Honolulu, you can go all the way in on the one test. And when you arrive into Maui, enjoy yourself. When you arrive into the Big Island, there'll be a second test, no charge. And once you complete that test, it's a rapid test. So within half hour to 45 minutes, you'll be cleared to depart and enjoy your vacation. Now I want to go island hopping. So if you want to go from Maui to the Big Island or vice versa, or Oahu to the Big Island or Maui or whatever, you have to get another COVID test at the client's own expense. But if you're going to do two islands and Oahu's one of them, make sure Oahu's the last one. Because if you go into Oahu first and then Maui and then come home, you have to have two tests, one to get in and one to change islands. If you do Maui first and then Oahu, one test for the entire trip. And remember, when you're coming home from Hawaii, there is no testing required to get back to the mainland. We are the biggest company in the world there. We were 3 times bigger than our closest competitor. And I think we're going to be bigger than that now. We're the concierge over 40 hotels. That's a lie now, I like to report, because we're going to be doing a lot more. Effective April 1st, Expedia closed all their desks down throughout the Hawaiian Islands and also in Orlando. So we are working on picking up the desk in Hawaii and being the concierge there too. We have prepaid rooms, so I'll talk about the block space in a little bit. We have private homes and villas throughout Hawaii, and I've already told you about this semi-exclusive of the 4 seasons. We have 6 hotels this year that we have on 4 islands that we have block space. If the hotel sold out, then they cannot sell our rooms. We own them. We bought them every single day, 365. All the hotels around the sides, so that means everyone except the Waikiki, Aston Waikiki Beach, they all have a breakfast or a food voucher or a meal voucher or whatever, and they all have discounts at the spa, and many have additional things like a third person that stays for free, or kids under 17 free, or so on down the line. And every one of them is on the beach. The Oahu, in Oahu, the Aston Waikiki is across the street from the beach, but it's still called a beachfront because there are no buildings in front of it, the hotel. At the Aston Waikiki Beach, if they purchase a partial ocean view, they will get a full ocean view, no extra charge. All the other ones, like I told you, the amenities there. The other one we have in Oahu is the Moana Surf Rider, one of the old grand dams of Hawaii. In Maui, we have the Wailea Beach. That's a new one for us for 2021, and the Sheraton Maui. Now here we just did a survey done from February 21st through the end of September, leaving on a Saturday and coming back on a Sunday, or say leaving on a Sunday and coming back on a Sunday, same room category compared to Expedia. Average savings, and remember all the other fringe benefits are not included, average savings at the Grand Wailea was over $500 for a couple on a 1-week stay. They got as high as over $900 in 2 cases. The Sheraton Maui, over $250 savings on a 1-week basis. So some incredible savings. In the Big Island, we have the Sheraton Kona, and in Kauai, we have the Marriott Kauai. So again, some great properties where we have block space. Uncruise, small cruise adventure. This holds 22 to 90 passengers. They cruise year-round in Costa Rica, Panama, Hawaii, when things are normal, and also extended season in Baja California. They're also cruising the Pacific Northwest and the like. Now, here's something very important. If your clients still want to cruise, if they are on a big ship and that's being canceled through the end of February, through pleasant holidays. And they are offering a $500 discount. On top of that, we also have a $600 discount. So that'll be an exclusive $1,100 discount per cabin by going on the uncruise. Again, it's not for everybody, but if you're into nature, this is an incredible place. You don't know, you know when you're going to take off, you know when you're going to return, but what happens in the middle, God only knows, because you're on nature time. So the whales are running, then they're going to change the ship and go see the whales. In Alaska, and if it's early season and the bears are waking up, and as long as it's safe to do so, they'll go out and look at the bears from a distance. So there's a naturalist on each ship, and your basic liquor is all included. And in some ships, you even have a free massage included. So it's small enough to even charter the whole thing. So, but remember, if they really want to cruise Alaska, we can still do it that way. And also, American Cruise Line cruises Alaska too. And they don't have to go to Canada either. So, so there are some ships cruising, but none of the big boys. And American Cruise Lines, I understand, is even talking about adding extra ships up there now. In the Caribbean, we're found throughout the Caribbean. We offer Club Mobay, and now we have the VIP treatment in Aruba. So round trip immigrations, and also round trip lounges and the like. We again carry all the brands that others can't carry, and we have private homes and villas here in the Caribbean as well. We also have a fast track in Antigua, Barbados, and Grenada to get you through immigration. No lounges, but we get you through customs and immigration quicker. And in Mexico, #1 destination for weddings. More weddings are held in Mexico than Las Vegas, Caribbean, and Hawaii combined in 2019. Over 500,000 Americans got married in Mexico. Compared to most cities in the United States, Mexico is relatively safe. And in fact, I keenly say, you go to Cabo, Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico City, Cancun, Cozumel, Merida, or Disney World, what's the most dangerous place to go to? The answer is Orlando, Disney World. Not something against Disney World or anything, but that's a fact. In fact, every city I just stated, now some cities are more dangerous than others in Mexico, but everyone I just stated is safer than Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Jacksonville, Tampa, Pensacola, and Tallahassee. That's just for the state of Florida. And if I took that throughout the United States, it would blow your mind. So you go, oh, it's safer than Atlanta, Chicago, Washington, New Orleans, St. Louis, you name it. Most of the big cities, it's safer in Mexico. In fact, the murder rate in the Yucatan is 0.5 per 100,000. That's 3 times safer than Canada. We also have all the hotels that others can't carry, and we also have private homes and villas in Mexico. In Central America, we have private homes and villas in Belize, Costa Rica, and Panama. And today our only South American country is Colombia. And I emphasize the word today because things are changing. So in Costa Rica, we offer guided vacations. This year we have got 3. We had 4, we're down to 3, but I think we're gonna go back up to 4 again. But the 3 that I know we're operating are an 8 nights Marvels of Costa Rica. And that starts in San Jose and ends in Guanacaste. And again, one person signs up, the trip is going. And then the cultural experiences, that's a 7-nighter, San Jose to Guanacaste, and a round trip Guanacaste, that's a 6-nighter, the wonders of Costa Rica. They do not operate around for Christmas, so around December 15th or about January the 4th, we don't have any tours. But again, everyone's a guaranteed departure every other week. We also are putting the same tours as a guided vacation, private guided vacation. So only your people are in that van or that car or whatever they're doing. So minimum 2 people plus uh, plus the driver and the license guide. So we can offer, so you can have your own family in there or your small group or whatever. So we can do that too. Our new destination coming out next month, we're going to be adding Argentina. Even though it probably won't open up until about June or so, we'll open up for sale starting in a couple of weeks. So we're going to Buenos Aires, down into Patagonia and Tierra del Fuego and Iguazu Falls. I loved Iguazu Falls. That was gorgeous. And then we're going to Lima and Cusco and Machu Picchu up in that area. And again, that's another fascinating area. Then we run over to Tahiti. Tahiti is temporarily closed to tourism. They hope to reopen on April 1st. Everybody has their fingers and toes crossed on that one, but it may be some hotels not risking it and they're not going to reopen until May 1. But right now it's the planned date hopefully is April 1st. So we have a number of cruise lines there. I won't talk about the Paul Gauguin or Windstar because you might have contracts with that, but if you don't, check us out. Both of those is 15% commission for you. So I don't know what your commission level is. Tahiti Yacht Charters, they do catamarans and they do full charters, or sometimes they have a guaranteed departure and you can charge your one, you can buy one cabin on that departure. The other ships are very unique. The most unique one I've had is the Aranui. This is half passenger ship, half cargo ship. Carries 250 passengers, all outside cabins. Half the cabins are balconies. Guest lecture on each departure. Almost all your shore excursions are included, but the only thing not included is like deep sea fishing and scuba diving. But almost all your shore excursions in the Marquesas are included. The Marquesas is equivalent to New York to the Caribbean distance-wise, still part of French Polynesia, but it's a world apart. The people here are, they don't even speak the same language as the Tahitians, and even though you're in the same country, and they are more like a Hawaii, an older Hawaii. The Hawaiians believe they came from the Marquesas. Their language is more or less similar. The Marquesas has the largest stone heads in the world outside of Easter Island. So it's a very fascinating area. I would call it Hawaii 150 years ago, easy. And another thing too, probably the best tattoo artists are here. Last of all, Paul Gauguin did most of his paintings here. He did not do any in Bora Bora. He did some in Tahiti, but most of them were done up in the Marquesas Islands. You have all your meals included, your drinks. Wine is included with lunch and dinner, but your drinks are reasonably priced, about $5 for a beer and $7 for a mixed drink. There is no drink packages, and the pricing is not plus, 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 because they don't believe in tipping either. Running over to Fiji, a little bit more tamer, and you can even put kids on this one. Goes to the Wasava Islands. The Kingdom of Wasava is in the country of Fiji. You're not allowed to step foot on any of the islands except Tawava without permission. Where if you're on the cruise, you got permission. They didn't even allow overnight staying here until the late 80s. We have one hotel in this entire area. So this is where Blue Lagoon with Brooke Shields was filmed. We have 2 ships running up here. Captain Cook and Blue Lagoon both offer a 3, 4, and 7 night. And then also Captain Cook has an 11-night cruise. Captain Cook is the bigger of the 2, and that is 130 passengers. And the Blue Lagoon Also doing the 3, 4, and 7 nighters are 68 passengers. In Europe, we were planning major expansion in Europe, but unfortunately, some little bug hit us. So just if things get back to normal, we have a 1-night minimum stay at all the cruise ports, and also a lot of hotel airports, like in Paris or whatever, London. We have hotels near the airports in case they have an early flight or whatever. I'll only talk about Iceland Pro Cruises because you might have contracts with some of the others. If not, ask me and we can see about that. But in most cases here, I think every one of these possibly is 15%, except the Scenic and Emerald new ocean yachts. I think those are capped at 13%, if I remember correctly. Our number one place for request for private guides in Europe is in Europe, and that's with Journeys. Again, we can do a private cooking class in Tuscany if they like. So just ask us whatever the clients want. We can try to do it for them. We have private homes and villas in Italy and Greece. The expansion started, and I'm seeing more. In fact, I just saw another one in Manchester just came in today. But we added about 150 hotels in Rome, London, and Paris. We're beginning to add more hotels now. Montenegro and Croatia should be opening up later on this year, hopefully. And we're planning to start in Croatia cruises with Katarina line. Iceland Pro cruises around Iceland, 9 nights, no days at sea. Every day is a different port. This operates more like a traditional cruise ship. So all your sightseeing and everything is all optional for your shore excursions. All cabins are outside cabins. Some of them are obstructed view. They also have twice a year an 11-nighter, which does Iceland and Greenland. And 3 times a year, they do a 7-nighter called the Best of Iceland. I don't think they're going to be cruising this year, though, unfortunately. Exclusive to Journeys and Journeys only, we have Abu Dhabi and Dubai with the United Arab Emirates. We also have Australia and New Zealand. Now here we cheat a little bit by putting on some 3.5-star properties to help you out. So if you do have someone who's more on a budget, check us out for Australia and New Zealand. Also, we might be able to help them out. And another one that's exclusive to Journeys is the Maldives. And the Maldives is open for business right now for us. Going over Japan and Asia, we started out originally with Japan, Hong Kong, and Singapore. And just before the pandemic hit, we had Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia added. China did not make it in. And as soon as we get things up and running again in Asia, we are going to be going into China, Malaysia, and Indonesia. And Indonesia, of course, has Bali, which is one of my favorite spots. But new news, you're the first group to hear about it. Just found out we are also planning to go into South Korea too. So that's going to be another new destination for us, hopefully later on this year. Again, we do a number of different cruise lines. So if you don't have a contract or whatever, check us out, or I can help you out and tell you what your commission is on those, and we can work with that. We are adding this year. We should be adding the Pearl, which is the sister company of American Cruise Line, doing the Great Lakes and the like. We're also going to be adding the Katarina line, and we're also adding Panat, which is a small ship that cruise all over, and they now own the Paul Gauguin in Tahiti. So those are some of the things coming around the corner soon. And with that, I want to say thank you very much for everything. Any questions or anything? No questions? Faraday?
Oh yeah, Carlos, I see what you're talking about with all of the benefits and all of the extras that you offer to the agents. It's, you know, it's almost like Pleasant Holidays can be your one-stop booking spot for the agent for all the agents. It's really some amazing offers that you have included with your packages.
Now, when you saw the map there, all of our BDMs, we literally are, we have one opening right now. We're basically pre-pandemic, only one BDM short. How many other companies can say that?
Yeah. No, I'm impressed with everything that you laid out, from the military discounts to the extra, all the extras that you get in points for booking with Pleasant
Yeah.
Holidays.
Oh, and the refund policy is unbelievable, Carlos. That's got to
The
be
insurance.
got to be a honey
Wonderful.
spot after last year.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, that's what I mean. My sales are going for host agencies are off the chart. One of my multi-million-dollar ones is up almost 199% compared to 2019. I'm doing everything compared to 2019 on purpose because 2020 kind of like fell apart. But it's incredible how much business we're taking away from everybody else.
yeah, that insurance policy makes you want. I'm going to buy it from you guys instead of using my travel agent one when I personally go on a trip. I mean, yeah, they cover certain stuff, but they cover everything 100%. I was like, are you kidding me? That was unbelievable. I was like, it's a no-brainer. I mean, I know what the headaches were for us last year, and boy, the changes you guys have done, it's like Ferris says, it's a one-stop shop almost here, buddy.
Oh yeah. So I'll send Faraday. I'll send you the commission structure for all the cruises that we offer. Again,
Yeah.
and then you can decide which ones to tell your agents to come to for us or not.
Yeah. And definitely send that video, because you got so much great information. I think we all need to go listen to it a second time as well, just to let it all sink in.
Yeah.
There's too much. I'm going to stop it right now.
Carlos.
Yeah.
I want to let you know you're probably one of the best BDMs that I've met in the 5 years that I've been in the travel industry. And I'm not saying that to give you a stroke job. I'm saying that from the people that know me know that's coming from my heart. I watch you perform, do all our Travelution universities. I've watched you endlessly just give all of yourself. And at the industry, Pleasant Holidays really has got a true gem with you. I mean, I watched the other ones. I watched how they operated through the pandemic with our agency, what they wanted us to go do, all the different things. My hat's off to you, buddy. You are probably the premier of all the different the ones that I know. I mean, unbelievable. Just great job.
Thank you very much. Just a little fun facts about me. Legally, and I've never told you anybody this before of your group. Legally, my name is the Honorable Carlos Banks. I have awards for things I've done in the travel tourism business. I'm an Arkansas traveler. I'm a Kentucky colonel. In Malaysia, I'm a friend of Kadab because I helped put an astronaut to the International Space Station in 2007 when I was working for Malaysia Airlines. And since I saw you guys in 2019, I won. There's an organization called SCAL, the largest travel tourism organization in the world. We're in 94 countries, all owners and managers in the travel tourism business. And I won the SCAL Member of the Annuod, which is since 1932, they have given 52 times and only 6 times to an American. So this is
Congratulations, that's
like
wonderful.
worldwide, like as a ASTIS Hall of Fame. And another little fun fact too, I helped create Cancun. I was in Cancun in 73 and 74 before they even had the first hotel was open to the public. So I was as a student working for assisting with fun tours. And I had my degree in travel tourism management, and what else? And I worked for Mexicana Airlines for 20 years, and then unfortunately lost a job there due to situations which I won't get into. Nothing I did bad. They just an American came in, destroyed the airline, and put it in the bankruptcy. And then I was over at Garuda, Indonesia, until they overthrew the government, and then wound up at Malaysia Airlines, where I put the largest trade mission from the USA to Malaysia in Malaysia's history. Down here in Fort Lauderdale, we have a college called Nova Southeast University. They now have a campus in Malaysia from what I did. And that's how I worked on getting the astronaut to the International Space Station. So I brought astronauts from NASA and the Florida Space Association, I think it's called, and brought them with me. And that's how that happened. That was back in 2005. And in 2007, the astronaut went to the space station. And in 2008, I joined Pleasant.
Yeah, just quite a background, quite a travel background, Carl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stop this. Hold on.